Hey everyone, it's Becky, and welcome to Becky's Dive Bar. I had a comment recently, someone asking me to use the pool table in the build, so I thought this would be a really cool build to use it in. I've never done a bar type of build like this. I've done some restaurant type of things, but this definitely has some really cool vibes, and I really love how this turned out. And obviously, I did use the pool table in it, so that was fun to do. And yeah, this is the exterior of my dive bar. Oops, I went through the tree. I didn't mean to do that. But I put it in downtown. Oh my gosh, get out of your tree. I put it in downtown Old Pinnacle Cove here just because it was a nice brick building, and obviously you need a nice bar here on the city street. So it is a two-story building. The bar is on the bottom. And then as an added bonus, if you want to download this from Mod.io, I have two little apartments, little one-bedroom apartments upstairs on that second level. They're just like completely empty of anything, just like the basic walls for the layouts. So yeah, this is my dive bar in my little apartments on top. So let's hop down into the ground level and check her out. We'll start off over here. This is my little parking lot. I have it set for 12 a.m. right now just because I thought the nighttime vibes look really good, especially on the inside. I've got like the darker lighting and everything. So yeah, we're just gonna do it at night, their tour. But I have like a little parking lot here. I'll turn on my flashlight. This is not a job, but I do have like various like trash and kind of like things to make it look a little more rundown. So I've got like some tire tracks there and some empty crushed up bottles, some broken glass back here. The door to my kitchen is open. That's not good. Gotta lock up the shop here. Then just like some trash cans and some old boxes and pizza box, flattened boxes, trash cans and stuff. But yeah, that's just a little parking lot over here. And then here is the front of the building. I put up a couple of street lights here to help illuminate the sign really. I really want to do a fun sign like this. So turn the flashlight back off. I just kind of have it like built up on the chains there off of the front of the building there. Got Becky's there. I really need an apostrophe. That annoys me. I don't have an apostrophe, but that's fine. It's just Becky's. Then I put like the little LED strips. I don't know why they don't look. It's very similar. This one has the light shining down on it more. Let me see what I can do there. That looks a little better, I think. But yeah, I think the sign looks awesome. And then I kind of outlined like the windows and the door and stuff with this like worn out, kind of like orangey rusty color trim type of stuff, and then a little bit of trim like in the middle of the part of the building, and then on the top little windowsills, and then just various like trash and kind of a little bit of graffiti, a little bit of like dirt kind of underneath this windowsill, wooden pallets, trash can, broken bottles, a bench over here with some more trash and bottles and graffiti. And then in this little alleyway back here is the entryway up to those two empty apartments that I told you about. But first, let's go check out the inside of our dive bar. And here it is in all its glory. Personally, I am not a bar goer, but tried my best. I think it looks pretty realistic, at least I hope so. But yeah, this is it. It's just one big room here. Obviously, we got the bar there, and then the pool table back in that corner, a few tables, and then two sets of booths on either side of that front door. And then lots of posters, various things on the walls. I think the things on the walls are really selling the vibes of this place. I really like how it all turned out, kind of like in the big collages, got the bigger posters, the smaller signs, some TVs. I just really love how the vibes turned out in here. So yeah, here is the entrance, the front door. I got Becky's bar up on top. And then, like I said, either side I've got two sets of little booths. Got the little custom tables here. This is just like a cube resize, and then like a worn out pipe there to stand at that side of the booth. And then I've got kind of like the worn out little cushions there on all the seats, kind of like yucky condition, probably like sticky, gross, stained. And then like some beer cans, I guess, little trash, all that good stuff. Got a little fish on this wall, little lights hanging above each booth. Same thing on this side, same lights, same booths, same texture on the cushions, all that good stuff. And then over here, I used three little video game machines, arcade machines. So I thought those were a fun thing to add into this dive bar. I feel like that's something they would have. And then I just have a couple of chairs on either side of those. And then here's the collage on this wall. I've got a Bud Light poster there, a little fish wall decoration. This is in-game decoration. Little TV above it. This one's broken. And then a Coors poster over there. And then these are 2 in-game pictures up on top there, a pizza one and then that motorcycle one. And just a sign I found online, support your local dive bar. I also did these nice beams here going across the ceilings. I thought those looked really good, added quite a bit to the build actually, so really nice. And then like the kind of plaster, like square section ceiling thing. I don't know the proper name to describe it, but I thought that looked pretty realistic. And then the front and the back of the bar have the same brick that is the brick on the outside of the building. And then on the side here, I just had like this rough plaster wall, dark gray, and then wooden paneling on the lower section of the wall. And then in the middle of the building here, I just have 3 sets of tables with a couple chairs each. I even tried to put like rings here, like from the drinks that have sweated onto the table. They've left the ring, so I thought that added like a fun realistic touch to included those onto like the tables and the bar top. Here's the bar itself, pretty custom made. I've got like the seats there underneath it, and then these are just a bunch of chipboards all put together to make it a bigger bar area. And then these 3 things here are like the store counters, I think they're called counters. But yeah, I think those looked good. You can like have glasses and extra stuff there. And then I made the custom-made tap right here. I love how this turned out. I just used like a chipboard, a few vents, and then pipes. And then the like tap parts are like some kind of tool, I think, in the game. And then I just did PNGs of 3 different like beer logos. So those look cool. I just kind of put them on either side so you can see it from the other side. You can come sit on the bar. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Okay. But you can come sit at the bar. Order your drink, leave your trash behind, of course. So I just have like some glasses, a little bit of stains here going on. And yeah, just love the nice big bar. Got a TV up here in the corner. Have a first aid kit there. And then here's the back of the bar. Really love how this turned out. Got a big fish mounted up on top there. And then whatever these little statue guys are, I just needed something a little bit else up there. So those looked good. And then I've got lots of alcoholic beverages up here as well as some glasses. I have P&Gs, this big thing in the middle, and then these 2 other little ones down here are P&Gs, and then those wine glasses and whiskey glasses are in-game items as well as the actual glasses. So I just really like how it turned out. I put like mirrors behind it and then some lights just so it looks a little shiny and pretty. And then on the countertop, I just have a bar rules sign. Rule number 1, bartender is always right. Rule number 2, if bartender is wrong, see rule number 1. And then I have like a little dish drying rack with some glasses, a broken bottle there, sink, rag, radio, and a blender in case you want to mix up some margaritas or something. I don't know. But yeah, that is the back of the bar and the little front of the bar here. I think everything looks really cool from that angle. And then lastly, here's my pool table area. So I have it set up with all the balls and then the cue sticks. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, looking like a game is in progress. Got a couple of beers there on the edges of it. And over here, I use an umbrella stand as a little stand to hold more of the cue sticks. And then I have a little jukebox here. So the PNG image has like a lot of blank space on the other side. So you kind of like run into it slightly. So kind of gets in the way of like the bathroom door a little bit. But that's okay. Looks kind of cool back here though. I have like the shiny bronze going on. Beautiful. Cool drinks here sign. Another TV here in this corner. Trash can. Bench. I put like the thing in here they use to set up the pool balls right there. Like they set up there after they set up their game. Got some buffalo whiskey poster there, another fish. These are 4 in-game posters, a couple of band ones. Kind of cute. And then a Miller High Life, a compass thing there, a little deer mount, and then I put up a little dartboard here. These are my darts. I think they're like little sewing or like crochet hook things. It's the closest thing I could find to making it look like a dart. I put one right in the bullseye too, so just a fun little detail. I just love all the lighting in here. I think like the warmer tones with like lighter brightness just looks really awesome in here. Yeah, these are the bathrooms. This is the men's room. Pretty simple. Got some graffiti and some stuff in here. Kind of yucky, grimy tiles. All that fun stuff. And then over here is the ladies' room. It is a little more clean. It just still has the yucky old tiles. But yeah, I think that is basically the extent of my little dive bar. Like I said, I just really love how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. So I am happy with it. It was even like a really short project. It only took me a couple days to complete this. Let me just head out real quick and show you the two little empty apartments up here. You just go up this rickety staircase and then enter in the hallway. Got apartment number 1 here. I can't even see what's going on. Let me just change it to daytime. So really small apartment. Probably put like the kitchen here, maybe a little dining room table, TV against this wall, sofa against this wall. Back here is the bathroom. I didn't even want to put like a shower in there. I just put it in there to make sure it's going to be a good size. But then bathroom back here. Yeah, simple little apartment if you want to go on Mad.io and fix the place up. Right here is like a storage room maybe like the owner of the bar has like a lock on that door and uses it for extra storage or something. And then pretty similar layouts in this second apartment. Bedroom back here. So yeah, if you ever want to play around and make a small apartment, then it is up there. Here's what the dive bar looks like during the day. Like I said, nothing too fancy. Kind of wanted to make it look a little, grimy, worn down, a little bit trash, all that good stuff. Definitely don't like how it looks as much in the daytime. I think the 12 a.m. really sells the vibes of it. So definitely a place you only go to when it's dark at night, hang out, have a few drinks, play some pool, play your favorite song on the jukebox. But yeah, that is it for Becky's Dive Bar. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this. Let me know what your favorite part of it was. I love this one. Definitely one of my favorite builds I've done in a little bit, I think, for some reason. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!